up guys, it's Awilda here. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video I wanted to share with you how to make a wreath. So what you're going to need for the supplies are going to be some decorative mesh. I have red and white. I also have a wreath, some pipe cleaners. I have some satin ribbon in red, and I also have this ornament from the Dollar Tree. All the supplies that I have here, with the exception of the ribbons, are from Dollar Tree. These are actually ribbon I've had in my stash for a few years now. I bought them a few years back at my local Michael's, and so I'm going to be trying to use them today with my wreath. I'm going to jump right into the tutorial and just give you some helpful ideas on what to do for the holiday season. So let's get started. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to take your wreath and you're going to tie at the bottom of the wreath your chenille stem. You're going to do it one twist. That way it'll help to secure the stem to the, the mesh to the wreath, okay? Here I have my mesh, and I'm just going to bunch up the end here, and I'm going to tie it to the chenille stem here, twist tie it. So I'm going to put it in here, and then I'm going to tie it together in one loop. As tight as you can get it. Okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to, now don't worry about this because you are going to be snipping this off at the end with some scissors, which I forgot to bring with me. So then we're going to take our mesh and we're going to push it from underneath and pull it forward, and it will look something like, let me get this on here, like this. And then this is about 4 inches. I like them nice and fluffy and full, so I have about 4 inches here. And then I'm going to skip the middle row, and then I'm going to pull it through to the top row here, just to kind of give a little more added dimension here. And then now I'm going to proceed to, once I pull this through, I'm going to proceed by pulling through in the center. Okay, so there you have it like this. You'll have, and then you kind of push it towards the edge here, and now you have your first, your second, and then your third is in the middle. So once you have that, you're going to proceed again with going to the bottom, then the top, and then the middle part. So you can continue with this color all the way through until you have the entire wreath done. Or you can alternate colors like red or white, which is what I'm going to be doing. You can also do like another color if you want, like, you know, silver and gold. You could do that, or you can do like a black, gold, and white. Whatever color that you'd like for this to have is totally up to you. Also, it's depending on if you go to the Dollar Tree right now. These mesh are in high demand. A lot of people have been buying them, so they're not available in a lot of Dollar Trees. You may have to go to your local Michael's or AC Moore if there's one near you, and you could definitely get the mesh. They're a little bit bigger and a little bit thicker, so you just have to be aware of that when you're going to your local craft store. So now, like I was saying here, now because I have this, I'm pushing it off to the side. I don't know if you can see it. I'm sorry, I don't know if you can see it on the, it's hard to do this and then look at the camera at the same time to see if you're able to see this in the camera. So now I'm taking this mesh and I'm going to be pulling it through to the bottom again. And then once you get it pulled through, once again you're going to go through the top. So here is, I'm trying to show it to you guys so you can see clearly. You pull it through the top here and kind of get it through. Once you have it through, now with this color I'm going to continue until my whole entire row is done, and then I'm going to switch over to another color, which is the white. So this is the method I'm doing. I'm doing the pull and then the smush in, kind of like push it in, and then it's going to form. Once you have it to the how you like it, it's going to kind of pull together very nicely. Now you may have to fluff it up as you go, just so you can have an idea of how you'd like it to look. It's better to adjust it as you're working with it rather than have it all bunched up nice and tight and then realize that you're not happy with the way it looks. So you might have to play with it a little bit as you're going through. Okay, so once you get to the bottom, you're going to take another pipe cleaner and you're going to tie it to the wreath. So just do a couple twists and that should help keep it nice and tight. So you might have to readjust some of the form here because it might come undone as you're working with it. Not come undone, but you know, it might lose its fluff. So just do that. And then now we're going to take another, push that to the side there so you can see. Now I'm going to take another pipe cleaner and I'm going to twist it in the back and I'm going to start working on the white as my second set. Again, you're going to smush it and then you're going to, let me just twist it in the back so you can see. You're going to take it and you're going to tie another stem to the bottom row. And then you're going to take your your mesh. You're going to take your mesh and you're going to twist it nice and tight as you can get it. Do a couple times here so it doesn't come undone. Okay. And then you're going to continue doing the same thing you did with the red, you're going to do it with the white, which is going to be bottom row, top row, then the middle. And smush it. So it's bottom row, top row, middle, and then kind of push it up just to give you a visual as to what it is that you're working with, because it's going to kind of poof up and you're going to want to be able to see what you're doing and not accidentally put it on the same row. You might accidentally put it in the top row when you're meant to put it in the middle row. So it's best to push it out of your way, work with it, and then you can fluff it up and go back and fluff it up really nice. So that's the bottom row. Then you're going to push it through to the top row. And then you're going to push it in through the middle. And continue that, and then you're going to push it in. See how much fluffier it looks now? It looks really nice, right? Okay, at this point I'm just going to put the camera on pause while I finish the rest of the wreath. And then I'll continue to show you what else I'm going to be doing as far as decorations on the wreath. So I'll be back in a few seconds. Okay guys, so here we are at the final stretch of making the wreath. So far I did the white and the red, and I'm on my final red here, and it looks to be that I spent about $7 to make this wreath so far, which is not bad at all. And I am going to be adding some more elements to it, so it's going to be a little over $7, but maybe about $9 I believe. But you could definitely make this as as decorative as you want. You can add any element to it. So I'm just going to continue finishing off this wreath here, and then I'll show you the next step, which is the decorating part. I do have to say, when it comes to making this wreath really quickly, you have to have a lot of patience with this because the mesh tends to want to stick to the next one. So as you're working on it, it's going to kind of want to stick together, and it's also going to want to stick to the pipe cleaner. So just want to give you that little bit of information so you're aware that when you're working with this, you have to be a little patient and make sure that you don't tear it as you're working with it. Okay, so I'm going to take my last pipe cleaner here and I'm going to thread it through and tie it up to the back, and that's it. Now I'm going to turn it back around and continue to fluff up and kind of adjust whatever it is that got smushed while I was working on this wreath. And make sure everything, all the pipe cleaners are tight so that it doesn't move around on you while you adjust them. Okay, so this is what it's looking like so far. I actually like it. It's really, really cute. I do have to, like I said, trim off the pipe cleaners. And so now I'm going to decide on whether or not I want to add the ornament that I have here. I really like the ornament a lot, so I'm not too sure if I want it in the center or off to the top or what I'm going to be doing with it. So I'm going to just figure it out in a few seconds. I actually like it in the center for some reason, but then again I also like it off to the side. So I'm going to just play around with it for a few seconds and figure something out. So what I decided to do was I threaded a pipe cleaner through the top of the wreath here, the ornament. So I threaded it through, and then I'm trying to hide it behind the mesh here. And what I'm going to do now is I have some of this satin ribbon from before that I showed you earlier in the video, and I'm going to try and make a bow, and then I'm going to kind of attach the bow to the top here to further hide or camouflage the pipe cleaner so you don't see that, because I don't want the pipe cleaner to be noticed. I want the ornament to be noticed, not that. So that's what I'm doing now. I'm going to get ready to cut off a piece of ribbon and then tie it. So that's what it looks like so far. I am going to trim off the tails here. I'm going to kind of make them look a little more on purpose. So I'm going to shrink the bow up a bit because I want the bow just a smidge smaller, and then tighten it up as tight as I can so that it doesn't look too kind of out of sorts. And then what I'm going to do is I'll fold this ribbon in half lengthwise, and then I'm going to snip like a V shape, and that will have the pointy tips. Okay guys, that's everything for this tutorial. I hope you liked this as much as I like making it. It was a lot of fun doing this. If you did, please make sure to give it a thumbs up, and definitely make sure to share this with your friends to give them inspiration on making their own wreath. This only cost me about $9 total to make it, and you don't have to have this type of ornament. You can use any ornament you want. You can even take the Dollar Tree ornaments and just glue them onto the mesh itself and have a really pretty decorative wreath. So this is something I just like to keep it simple, and I really like the way it came out. So like I said, please make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you like it as much as I do. Share it with your friends, and if you haven't done so yet, subscribe. I would love to have you join me as I share you guys future videos, okay? So you have a great day. God bless, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.